Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the G Shock Watcher. On today's episode, I'm giving myself a challenge to find 5 great watches for under $50 on Reissue. Let's go and check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the G Shock Watcher channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I thought I would give myself a challenge today to find 5 good-looking watches that are currently under the $50 price range on the Reissue website. Now, fair warning, they are under auction, so the prices could go beyond. But it's interesting to look at where they currently at. Some of these watches are in their final day of auction, so the price may not go up too much. There might be a rush at the end, but these are really interesting watches that I have not necessarily come across. Usually I look at some of the big expensive ones, not that I'm going to buy them, but I like to look at what those prices actually are. Sometimes look at the ones that have the most bids because they tend to be interesting. But these 5 watches are kind of interesting watches at a fairly reasonable price point. So let's jump in and have a look. Before we do, always important, I've been told, wearing the Gravity Master today, the grey Gravity Master to match up. So let's go on a journey here. First watch is the G Shock GD400 4DR. This is a very groovy watch. It's currently priced at 4,500 yen 2 days ago and 0 bids. Now, I'm not sure if the 0 bids is more a case that people don't like this particular watch, or it's a case that there's just so many watches on Reissue that people might have missed it. It's kind of like being on the second page of Google search results. People probably don't ever go there. I've scanned through 20 pages of auction listings to have a look at some of these within the price range. But this is actually a pretty decent looking watch. You know, it doesn't seem to have much in terms of the wear or tear. The colors are great. It's got a built-in bull bar. I mean, this is a nice looking watch. You probably couldn't go too far wrong with this. Let's go down and have a look. It's a used item. Detailed functions have not been confirmed. I mean, it's got time and date, so it looks pretty good. There is some dirt on the belt. As we do not have sufficient knowledge, we cannot answer technical questions. So let's have a look at the belt. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look anything terrible on the belt itself. Yeah, I mean, this is actually a pretty decent looking watch for the actual price itself. Now, if we go and have a look at Shockbase, the GD400-4, the price when it came out was 14,500 yen. It's got a bull bar, water resistance, well-timed auto backlight. Right, so this is a fairly functional watch from that point of view. 14,500 yen. It's currently sitting at 4,500 yen. So it's about a third of the price, which is actually pretty decent. In that quality, a third of the price, it's a fairly good looking watch. Again, let's go take a look at that thing. It looks like a cool watch. So if you're in the market and want to go ahead and actually bid for it, 2 days more to go, 0 bids, you could probably get in at a reasonable price for that one. So that's a good start. Let's go to our second watch. This one's a great one. This is a GWX5600C-4. Brilliant colors. It's a G-Lide, I think it is. Yeah, G-Lide watch. So you've got the tied in there. Multi-band 6, tough solar. Love that purple and the red. And the white as well. That is a very, very cool looking watch. Like people will notice it, right? It's a very interesting watch. It is currently sitting at 4,600 yen. 2 days to go, 14 bids. Let's go down and have a look at the pictures here. So it looks like it's in very good condition for the watch. Not much in terms of damage or scratches here. Looks like it's got the box too. Let's have a look. There is some wear and tear, but overall it's in good condition. I would agree. This is a very good looking watch. So 4,600 yen. It usually goes for 24,200 yen. So this is 1/6 of the price right now, and it has 14 bids on it and 2 days to go. So I'm thinking that, yes, it's probably going to pop above our $50. But right now, the price of this watch is below the 50, and it's a very cool looking watch. I might have to go back and have a look at it myself and potentially put in a bid, because that's actually a reasonable price for that watch. So 1/6 the price. Looking at the features here, moon graph, tide graph, world time zones, auto backlight, multi-band 6, and tough solar. I mean, that is a groovy looking watch. You couldn't go wrong with this one. I think that's a very cool watch. We'll come back and have a look at that one. Third watch to quickly look at, blah, blah, blah. This is the Casio G Shock DW5600 NN1JF. Very cool looking watch. I think this is the digital glitch, if I remember. In the box still. Looks like it's in fairly good condition. Let's go down and have a look. It's currently at 2,600 yen. 2 days remaining and only 2 bids. $25 Sing. I'm selling this item because I no longer use it. There is no noticeable damage, but please judge from the pictures. It is in working order. Okay, so the DW5600 at 2,600 yen, it came out at 16,500 yen. So it's about 1/8 of the actual cost. That's actually pretty cool. Like, it's a interesting watch. Like, it doesn't necessarily have, as I sort of said, compared to our red one before, it doesn't have the tough sole, it doesn't have multi-band 6, but it's a pretty cool design for a watch. It's got that sort of very showy, probably a little bit more understated. So there's the series of watches, and that's the digital glitch one there. Not bad. 1/8 of the price. 2 bids on it, 2 days to go. It could pop, but it's going to come from, $25 to another $25. You might be able to get in below the $50 mark. So what did I say here? 16.5, and it's 2.5. So yeah, it's about 1/8 or 1/7 of the price right now. So that's a good one. Let's jump over to watch number 4. And this is a crazy looking one. And this is actually very well, someone who's really taken care of this. They've obviously received this and really taken care. This is the GB001 MVE-9JR, a Jason watch. Now, I've never owned a Jason watch. I've never really looked at it, and I kind of thought it was a very kiddie sort of looking watch, but there's some real history behind this watch. It's kind of made so you can actually replace different aspects of the watch. You can replace the bands, you can replace the facing, all those different things. In fact, even under the face itself, you actually have a nice sort of metal look to it. If we jump in, let's look at the price. 2,700, so $26, 3 days ago, 15 bids. So this one, I would almost be a betting man and say this is probably going to pop above our $50 at this point, because there's a few bids coming on it. Let's go take a look. 2,700 yen, and it came out at 44,000 yen. So right now, it's probably about 20 times the price, 20 times less the price, well, 1/20th. This is why I'm not an economist. But 1/20th of the price, and if we go down and have a look here, you can sort of see, let's just do that there. You can see the actual interchangeable nature of the actual watch itself. Let's go back a little bit more, see if we can find where, under here you can see the metal part of that watch. So it's an interesting modular watch which you can go ahead and use. And this one has carbon core guard, water resistance, auto backlight, Bluetooth, so you can synchronize the time zones, I guess. Interesting watch. And at that particular price, it's not bad. Guaranteed the price is going to go up, but right now it's a fairly reasonable price to go hunting for. Okay, last watch, which I think is an interesting one, MTG. Now, I love MTG watches. They kind of just that one step below an MRG, but they can be very, very affordable. And this is a very nice classic MTG watch. It's currently sitting at 2,500 yen, so it's at $27. It's got 2 days to go and 16 bids. So again, this one could also pop, but it is an MTG watch. Very, very nice. I can't really see too much. There's some blemishes, I would sort of say, on this particular watch, but it looks really good. What's interesting, I thought, is this button down here. It actually has the old G Shock logo on the button. If you look at the buttons here, it's got the 3 lines. If we go to the other side, it's got the 3 lines, but that button down there has the G Shock logo on there, which I haven't seen before on too many other watches. So that's kind of a nice touch. But this band's looking pretty good. The bracelet looks good. The watch looks kind of good. And 2,500 yen. That's a pretty decent price. 2 days to go. The price it usually comes in at is 47,000 yen. So again, this is almost 20 times cheaper than it normally is. And water resistance, tough solar, wave scepter. It's a good watch. It's a really, really nice watch for that price. Again, there's a good chance it will actually pop. So 5 watches under $50. We had the GD400. We had the G Shock G Lite, which I might go back and have a bid at. We have the G Shock DW5600. We have the G Shock GB001 MVE. And we have the MTG-1000 So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of fun looking at the Reissue website. Some great deals you can go ahead and actually hunt down. I'm not an affiliate or get any links for these things, but I just love looking at the watches and love to share them with you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for supporting me.